This specially called meeting of mayor and council for the city of Snellville, Georgia for Tuesday, May 29th, 2018 to order. We only have a few things on the agenda. So the first item is consideration and action on approval of the intergovernmental cooperation agreement with Gwinnett County for the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development CDBG program, Urban County Qualification.
This is the Community Development Block Grant Program that we have always participated in. The county is what's called an entitlement community, so they get a lump sum of money every year for projects benefiting the elderly and low and moderate citizens. And the city's always been a part of it. Usually, it's July 1 that you have to do the contract, but this year it's June 1. So that's why it's on this special meeting. And I would recommend that we go ahead and adopt the agreement, and then we send our request in through Gwinnett County, rather than having to go to through DCA and on to HUD.
And this is really why we're having this meeting tonight, because we needed to get it back to the county by May 31st.
And it's good for 3 years, 19 to 21?
Yeah, that's their program. That's their plan years. We have to do it every year.
Every year.
Yeah.
So all of this is to approve the agreement.
Our participation in
In
the
the
county
agreement.
program, and we compete, we send our requests through the county.
So I'll take a motion.
Motion to approve the intergovernmental cooperation agreement with Gwinnett County for the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, CDBG program.
Second.
Urban County Qualification. Vendor.
Second.
Okay, so there's a motion and a second. All in favor signify by raising your right hand. That's 5 in favor, none opposed. All right, then we'll move into our exec session. Sorry, Billy, you just get here and I'm gonna kick you out.
Come back at 6:45. Don't leave it.
We are having exec session and we do expect action after the exec session, so.
We'll go for drinks.
During the specially called meeting of the mayor and city council of Snellville, Georgia, Mayor Pro Tem Bender announced that certain matters should be discussed in a closed session of the meeting and asked council to advise the city with respect to closing the meeting. Okay, so we're back in our regular meeting. 6:51. Next item on the agenda is item number 4, consideration and action on a real estate contract to purchase 1.02 acres of improved land in the city of Snellville. Is there a motion?
Motion to postpone the consideration on the contract indefinitely.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. 5 in favor, none opposed. The item has been postponed. Item 5, we've got consideration and action on correcting and amending the design agreement for the new library with Tennell Spangler Walsh and Associates.
Can I give a short explanation of that? for
Yes, you
public?
may.
We've had a little bit of a dispute inside the agreement, and it had to do with a RFP that was bid on, and the RFP provided a total services agreement that was approved, the approved RFP of $1,753,640 for the design of the parking deck and library facility, which includes more than just two extra floors in addition to the library. In the design of that, we have an agreement with the county that is an intergovernmental agreement where they're sharing in the cost of the design because it's their library. And in the course of that, there was an estimate made of the amount that would be for design services. And in the agreement, that was a county form agreement, that the terms of that included both bidding and permitting. And so the contract price didn't change, but we had to have an addendum to shift some of those contract dollars from the second phase of the agreement to the first phase. So that's really what we're doing, is shifting. We also had a little bit of a difference of opinion with regard to the construction administration side, and whether we were required under the bid to go ahead and contract for those services. Our contract with regard to those services has always been terminable on 10 days' notice, but the consultant in this case wanted to have an agreement in place for the full service, for the full amount of services that are bid. Our intergovernmental agreement with Gwinnett County does not provide that they would join us in that administration side until the design is finished and they make the decision to go forward. So there is a second addendum that is a contract just for the city of Snellville to agree to contract with the consultant, which is to Nell Spangler Walsh, for the construction administration phase. It will not start until the design is finished, and it again can be terminated any time between now and then on 10 days' notice. But the consultant wanted to make sure that we contracted for the full part of bid services. So we're sort of following through on what the RFP format required. County's been informed. They will have to approve the first part of that document that shifts the bidding, but it's their agreement that requires it. So that's really what it's about.
Okay. Any other questions of council? Okay, so we'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve the corrected and amended design agreement with the library with Nell Spangler Walsh and Associates.
There's a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. 5 in favor, none opposed. It's approved. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
There's a motion and a second.
Second?
The motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. 5 in favor. 4 in favor, 1 opposed.
What would happen if I said no?
You would be overruled.
You'd be
You would be out of
You
order.
can just sit here,
Just hang out? No.
hang out for the night.
So we're done.
It's
Usually